Greetings, programs. It is Wednesday. It's 8:30. It's the 8th day of June, 2022. It is 61 degrees and cloudy here at Site B. Just another gloomy summer day. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game product that should be on the shelf at your friendly local game store. As always, if any of the product I mentioned is something you're interested in, you should probably call ahead and make sure it's actually in stock, because we are still dealing with shipping issues. And as we found out earlier this week, the shipping issues are getting so bad that several companies are now announcing they won't ship to certain countries anymore because it's just not financially feasible. And that's sort of sad. Hopefully we will get this resolved someday. Okay, from Edge Studios, we have for Dungeons & Dragons Midnight Legacy of Darkness. We talked about this before. This is a alternate take 5e fantasy, which asks the questions, what happens if the bad guys win? The free cities of humanity are gone, the elves have been driven back, the dwarves have dug deeper into their mountains, the whole world is being just overrun by the forces of evil, Mordor one kind of thing. What do you do? This is available for $55. I think you can still pick up bits and pieces of it in its original OGL 3.5 version at some stores. So if you don't want to pay that much money for it, it's still out there somewhere. From Pathfinder RPG, we have Abomination Vault Special Edition for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is the $75 version of this Abomination Vault adventure path that has been all put together in one book. It's a hardback book with special gold leaf fibbly things on it and stuff. Interesting choice in the placement of the names. And the fact that there's no art, just this filigree on it. Unusual choice in the way it looks. Not sure what thinking of that. I don't like it. Just sort of looks wrong. Weird. Anyways, this is the one that is also being released for 5e. And apparently caused some confusion with certain individuals that led them to believe that Paizo was joining Wizards of the Coast, that Wizards of the Coast was buying Paizo, that Paizo was going to stop doing stuff for Pathfinder 2e and just become another company that's chugging out 5e third-party stuff, which is just kind of weird, but whatever. Moving on to Trollord Games, Castles and Crusades. You know Castle and Crusades, the game that even Gary Gygax said was his legacy and the game he always wanted to make. You know, for those people who are confused about 5e being Gary Gygax's legacy, let's just remind everybody that Castle and Crusades is the one that Gygax worked on right before he died, and it's the one that he said was closest to the ideas he had after he left TSR. We have Adventure Spellbook and an Almanac of NPCs. So if you're looking for new spells for your Castles and Crusades characters, there's a book out for $30. And then there's something called an NPC Almanac, which just consists of a bunch of NPCs. Always interesting. From WizKids, we have a big Jabberwock figure. It's a $15, 28 millimeter unpainted mini that you also have to put together. The Jabberwock D&D conversion has been around before. You know the monster that can only be killed by a Vorpal Blade snickety snack. Do not go into the wobbly woods kind of thing. So the best way to describe it is half dragon, half lion, half snake, half creature from Alien. Yeah, sort of unusual. But yeah, if you're looking for an interesting, bizarre figure for $15. From Ultraplore, we have the D&D Pad of Perception Player's Handbook and the D&D Campaign Journal. The Pad of Perception is $6, and it's 60 pages of 6mm bullet dot graph paper between a full-color D&D art cover, which secures shut with an elastic band. It's a folder. It's a folder of blank paper with a D&D symbol on it. You're paying $6 plus tax for a folder of blank pieces of paper. You know my feelings of this. Or you could go to the 99-cent store and get the exact same thing for 99 cents. We also have for $30 the campaign journal, which is basically it looks like a 200 dot grid pages marked with D&D ampersand, leather bound. So the same thing. For $30, you're buying a grid paper folder with a leather cover. Yes, I know grid paper is hard to find, but is it really that hard to find? You need to spend $30? Jesus. Someday I gotta just go and show people, here, 99-cent store. Look, folders filled with blank paper of all styles. No. $30 for a book of paper. No. From Mongoose for Traveler, we have the Salamani Adventure, Mysteries in the Arctica Station, Salamani Adventure, The Bell of Rocambador, Rocamador. So these are two space-based adventures. I guess it's a Traveler take on an adventure path. And the Salamani, I think, is one of the space sectors in the Traveler universe. Always nice to see stuff being come out for Traveler. Renegade Games Studios has a deluxe edition of Kids on Bikes for $35. It's back in print. This is the 2018 RPG that was one of the first to capitalize on the whole Stranger Things 80s retro vibe, kids getting into dangerous situations because the adults are too incompetent. So you play a band of ragtag mystery-solving kids. It also comes with the Strange Adventures Volume 1, with an edition of adventures, and an exclusive comic. Kids on Bike is an interesting game in some ways. It's a really good game. In other ways, it's not. I have checked it out in the past. There was a lot about it that I liked. And some of it was just like, yeah. From Desks and Dorks. Desks. There's a tongue twister. Desks and Dorks. Okay, you win the prize this week for best name of a game company and name that's hardest to say because it's a tongue twister. Desks and Dorks. Comes After the Rain. It's a $20 unique role-playing game. A one-shot role-playing game. You are doing stuff, but standing in your way is a post-apocalyptic rain, and anybody that is touched by the rain slowly loses their memories. There was a Netflix post-apocalypse show about idiot kids in a post-apocalyptic world of deadly rain. One shot. So $20 for a role-playing game I'm going to play once. First, what is the point? What is the point of a one-shot role-playing game? You play it once, and then you never play it again? What, do I throw it away afterwards? What do I do with it? I bought it, I ran it, now what? Is the one-shot police going to show up at my door if I run it again? Or if I decide, hey, this is a great campaign setting, here's all the rules, why don't I just continue with it and throw in some other stuff? I mean, maybe I like the idea of a ever-present rain that every time it touches you, you have a risk losing your memory. I don't know what you're losing memory of. Do you just lose? Is it like just complete total amnesia to the point where you just become comatose? Is it just you don't know who people are anymore? Is it, I've lost so much memory I don't know how to tie my shoes amnesia? Does the amnesia come back when the rain stops? So many questions. I tried watching the show called The Rain. I don't know if these people are going to get in trouble because there is a show called The Rain, but this is called After the Rain, so they might got in too much trouble. And within 20 seconds, I was like, "Why are you so stupid? They They're in a completely safe place. It's raining. They know the rain is dangerous. And then they're like, let's leave the completely safe place because reasons. It's like, no, you're safe. Why would you go outside where you know instant certain death awaits? Just wait for it to stop raining. One-shot role-playing game. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a lot of problems with that. I don't understand. Why would I spend money on something I can only use once? And, what happens if I use it more than once? Will the company come after me? Do the one-shot police show up at my front door? So many questions. Anyways, if any of these products sound like something you're interested in, head on down to your friendly local game store and ask them to order it for you or get it for you. Is there anything I highly recommend this week? Probably anything with Castles and Crusades. Anything that supports Paizo. But yeah. And obviously the thing I recommend you do not spend a dime on is a $30 pad of paper. That's just $30 for a pad of paper with a leather binding. It's not even real leather, it's faux leather. $30 for a pad of paper. Just going to leave you with that floating in your mind. I'm going to go outside and step in the rain, and hopefully if I forget the whole idea of somebody making a $30 pad of paper. Till next time, see ya.